Hey there, I'm Telva, and today we're cutting through the color confusion. You know what drives me nuts? Palette methods that don't teach you anything. Not about why colors actually work together anyway. So we're doing this a bit differently. You're going to learn analogous color harmony and build a palette in 10 minutes. Not by following steps blindly, but by understanding what you're doing. Let's actually learn something today. First, let's talk about why we're using analogous harmony. Analogous colors sit next to each other on the color wheel. Think blue, blue-green, and green, or red, red-orange, and orange. Here's why this matters for surface pattern design. Analogous palettes are naturally cohesive because these colors share undertones. They already play nicely together. You're not fighting the color wheel. They create mood without chaos, perfect for pattern work where you need harmony across repeats. They're commercially safe. Buyers love them because they feel sophisticated but not risky. The catch? They can be boring if you don't add structure. That's where your neutral comes in. More on that in a minute. Here's our 10-minute breakdown. Minutes 0 to 3. Choose your anchor hue and identify your analogous neighbors. Minutes 3 through 6, build your 3 values across that range. Minutes 6 through 8, add your strategic neutral. Minutes 8 to 10, test for harmony. 4 steps, 10 minutes, 1 palette you can actually understand and use. Let me walk you through each step. Pick one hue that makes sense for your market. Not a trend color necessarily, just a hue. That means where does it sit on the color wheel? Let's say you chose green because you're designing for a wellness brand. Now here's what most people skip. Look at the color wheel. What's on either side of green? Yellow green and blue green. Those are your analogous neighbors. That's your palette foundation, 3 related hues. You know what professionals do? They look at the temperature next. Green, yellow, orange reads warm and energetic. Blue, green, blue reads cool and calming. Don't just pick pretty colors. Understand what temperature story you're telling. The anchor we'll use for the example today, true green. The market, wellness, natural products. My analogous range, yellow-green on the warm side. Green is my anchor, blue-green on the cool side. Notice I haven't chosen exact colors yet. I've chosen a color family with intentional temperature flow. This is the thinking part. I know I'm working in cool to neutral territory, which feels calm and natural. Perfect for wellness. If I'd chosen yellow, green, yellow, that would read warmer and more energetic. See the difference? You're making intentional choices based on color theory, not just vibes. Now you're going to create 3 versions of your analogous range with different values, lightness and darkness. This is where structure comes in. The light version, about 75% lightness. Think soft sage, pale aqua, buttery yellow-green. Mid version, about 50% lightness. Think forest green, teal, olive. The darker version, about 25% lightness. Think deep emerald, navy green, dark moss. Why does this matter? Value contrast is what makes patterns readable. Without it, your colors might be pretty, but your patterns will be mud. The test? Take a photo. Convert it to grayscale. Do you see 3 distinct gray tones? If not, you don't have enough value contrast. Adjust it until you do. Here's what proper value structure looks like. On the left, My 3 analogous greens and colors: soft sage, true sage, deep teal. Right side, same palette in grayscale. See how they're clearly distinct? Light gray, medium gray, dark gray. That's the value structure that makes commercial patterns work. If your grayscale version looks like 3 shades of the same gray, you need to push your values further apart. This isn't about being picky. It's about creating patterns that are actually readable on products and therefore marketable. In step 3, we'll add a strategic neutral to the mix. Here's where the neutral saves your palette from being a one-note song. If your analogous range is cool, your neutral should be a neutral warm. Let's say a cream, warm taupe, or a sand. If your analogous range is warm, your neutral should be a cool neutral, cool gray, stone, or slate. If you want maximum versatility, make your neutral a true neutral, neither warm nor cool, such as a gris or a true gray. Why do you need this? It gives the eye a place to rest in busy patterns. It anchors your palette so it's not floating, makes your analogous colors pop by contrast, and functions as your background workhorse. So here we have the Wellness Collection palette. Soft sage, a yellow-green of light value, 75% lightness. A true sage, green, mid-value, 50% lightness. And a deep teal, blue-green dark value, 25% lightness. Warm cream, a neutral, very light, 92% lightness. Why does this work? It's an analogous harmony, which means automatic cohesion. Clear value structure will give you readable patterns. Warm, neutral balances, cool, leaning greens. 4 colors equals versatile, but not overwhelming. You're not guessing here. Every choice is intentional and based on color theory that actually works. Step 4, we perform a final check, and these actually mean something now. The grayscale test, you know why, checking value contrast. The color wheel test, can you trace these colors back to their neighbors on the color wheel? The market test, does the temperature feel right for your buyer? The pattern test, drop these into a simple pattern. Do your eyes know where to go? If something feels off, don't throw it all out. Usually you just need to adjust the value or the saturation, not change your hues. The hues are working. They're analogous. You're just fine-tuning the execution. Unlike methods where you just follow the rules or the steps, you now understand why analogous colors create natural harmony, how value structure makes or breaks commercial viability, why neutrals aren't boring, they're strategic, what temperature does to the mood. Build 10 palettes this way and you'll stop needing the timer. You'll see color relationships instinctively. This is about building competence, not just collecting formulas. You're learning to see color like a professional designer, not just copying someone else's process. Don't confuse hue and value. I have 3 greens means nothing if they're all mid-value. Don't skip the color wheel test. If your colors aren't actually analogous, you're just guessing. Don't make your neutral compete. It should support, not star. Don't ignore temperature. Warm analogous palettes feel different than cool ones. Choose deliberately. Don't add more colors just because. 4 colors that work beat 7 colors that compete. The biggest mistake? Thinking you can skip understanding color theory and just follow a formula. You can't. Learn the why, and then the how gets easy. Now here's the truth. You can do this manually in 10 minutes once you understand the method. But if you want to work faster, that's why I built Paletra. It's an app that analyzes your color harmony automatically. You build your palette, and Paletra instantly shows you color wheel relationships. Is it truly analogous? Is it tetratic? It also shows you value distribution analysis, saturation warnings, and temperature balance. What takes 2 minutes manually takes 10 seconds in Paletra. I built it specifically for surface pattern designers who need to generate commercial palettes quickly while understanding what they're doing. If you'd like to try it out, use the code HARMONY for 20% off. See the link in the description. For an assignment, pick a different analogous range than mine. Set your timer for 10 minutes. Choose your anchor hue and identify your analogous neighbors. Build 3 values across that range. Add 1 strategic neutral. Test in grayscale and on the color wheel. Then do it again tomorrow, and the next day, and the day after that. That's how you learn, by understanding the theory and practicing it, not by following a recipe. Grab the free download below. It includes a color wheel reference and 5 analogous palette examples broken down by hue, value, and temperature, so that you can see this method in action. That's it for this video. If you actually learned something about color harmony today, make sure you're subscribed and grab that free download below. Join my exclusive newsletter for surface pattern designers, where I share more practical color theory and strategic design insights. Not just tips, but actual understanding straight from Telva's toolbox. Next video, we're talking about complementary palettes, when to use them, and how to keep them from looking like a kindergarten art project. I'll see you in video 4.